Hello, and welcome back to Let's Play Call of Cthulhu. I'm here to BringItDon, and let's try this. Oops, I accidentally minimized. Let's try this one more time. Alright, I'm not sure exactly how I'm supposed to go about this.
What the hell was that?
I think I'm just gonna run. Tried it a couple times off camera. I keep getting caught.
Down. This dagger looks different.
Get in there. Come on. He will find you in a closet, by the way, if you're not careful. If he sees you go in, he does get you. I'm gonna try and destroy the painting with this. Huh! Oh boy. Hey, don't grab me. That's not good.
What's the matter with you?
Okay, well, nothing. That was his
You
expression.
sure you won't be needing that hand? You're losing it, Detective. At this rate, you're right. The bottle will get you before I do.
You didn't see anything.
I saw you within an inch of putting a dagger through your forearm. Did I miss something more interesting?
Let's try the occult thing. Oh, I can't. I just drink a bit too much.
It's nothing. I think I just drank too much.
That goes without saying. If you can't tell the difference between reality and fiction, then you're in real trouble.
You knew about the monster?
You knew. You knew about the beast.
What are you talking about? Think yourself lucky that I saved your hand, even if it was to save my goods.
You mean me?
Don't flatter yourself, sweetheart. I'm talking about the contents of this gallery. And by the way, where do you think you're going with that dagger?
It saved my life. It's an extraordinary dagger.
You should talk to Algernon Drake. He's an antique dealer here on Darkwater. He'll tell you all about it. From what I saw in the ledgers, it was him who sold it to Sanders.
I think he was the guy in the pub at the beginning. But I feel like there's a lot of plot holes in this conversation. Can you give me this information free of charge?
It's not your style to give me free information like that.
Take it as payment for being my canary. A simple trade-off. Now go see your antique seller. I've still got things to settle with Irene.
Okay, the shambler turned out to be much more than artwork painted by Sarah Hawkins, as a huge creature came out of the painting to attack Pierce. After a hard fight, the detective managed to send it back to the painting. He later discovered that the dagger he used to repel the creature had been sold to Sanders by a man named Algernon Drake, owner of the Nameless Bookstore. Pierce decides to pay the library a visit. Okay, well, let's go check it out.
Where's the bookseller? Another volume of the Reverend's wife's diary.
The pastor declared himself to be the prophet. He renounced God and worshipped a strange pagan entity with a monstrous appearance. His wife tried to reason with her husband, but in vain. He was convinced that he must listen to this voice in his head because it holds the truth. Yeah, I think I missed the first volume of that. I'm not sure where it would have been at. I thought I was being very thorough. If I had to guess, it'd be in Dark Water in the first area. There wasn't a lot of books there, though. In the 19th century, as the American whaling industry reached its peak in the rest of the world, whales gradually disappeared from the water surrounding Darkwater. This phenomenon appears even more mysterious because, up till then, the region was a favored refuge for cetaceans. In 1847, after months of pursuit, Scylla returned to port with a gigantic creature on board. Its crew asserts that the sea monster had eaten all the disappeared whales. After a night of ferocious combat, the survivors managed to drag the beast onto the whaling ship. Fascinating. Well, that doesn't bode well if I need my lantern. Be topped off with oil. Hello. Handbook on Anatomy and Dissection, Book 2. As precise and illustrated with as much detail as the first volume, this book focuses on healing surgeries specific to malformations and motor disorders. What am I at? Do I have any CP? 4 CP available. I might. I don't know what would be the most useful. So I need 6 for this one. I mean, since I'm already focusing, let's get that. I don't know how much it actually helps. But doesn't hurt to level up.
What happened here?
I don't know. Was it safe? Oh, it's got the Elder sign on it. Oh, here we go.
Let's start over. Where did they break in from? Blood. Seems like amateur work.
That it could be. Ew.
This burglar seems to be rather clumsy. Someone tall left this footprint. A man, probably.
Okay, so that's the way in. Let's see. Let's check every nook and cranny real quick. Leave no stone unturned.
What killed all these animals? What sort of thief leaves his tools at the crime scene?
He's still here.
What happened that made the burglar flee before finishing his work? What the... Charles Hawkins? What sort of power did Sarah Hawkins' painting possess?
Probably matters nearly as much with
Sarah Hawkins helped hide something in this safe.
Yeah, but why?
Drake put in a great deal of effort to hide whatever is in here. Everything is linked to the Sarah Hawkins case.
There's some hidden stuff in here.
Is everyone on this island taking sleeping pills? What link did he find between Charles Hawkins and an old amulet?
Ooh. That's part of the famous quote. I don't remember what it... I don't know how it's pronounced, but it's like, the meaning behind it, it's in one of Lovecraft's works. Basically, it's like, in the house of Rillier, however you say it, Cthulhu awaits dreaming, or dead Cthulhu awaits dreaming. I don't remember. It's a really famous line from occultist. Like there's a chant It's what the cultists were chanting, and the description of it is like, in the house of R'lyeh, or R'lyeh, however you pronounce it, dead Cthulhu awaits dreaming, or is something like that. I don't know. Anyway, now this key that bears the outer sign is the only one able to protect your psyche. It is in the form of a cylindrical medallion hanging at the end of a heavy chain. Hundreds of years ago, the star and the branch whose purpose is to push back the forces of the great old ones were engraved at its center. Everything points it to being Charles Hawkins that tore it from its last owner, an Egyptian antique dealer. In press cuttings that mention the misdemeanor, the date of the robbery coincides with the last of Hawkins' trips off to Cairo. It remains to be seen whether he knows of the true purpose of the artifact. Try to find it. Okay. So I'm gonna have to figure out that thing.
Drake left instructions on how to find the combination of his safe.
Okay, a page seems to be hidden here. It is possible to read. If somebody finds these memoirs, there will be no doubt that I am in serious trouble. My last and only hope is that my body and bones are still in this plane of reality, in order that they be removed and burned. The funeral urn must be given to my dear mother if she is still of this world. The following message is of capital importance. Whoever reads these lines and demonstrates acuity as sharp as mine can hope to gain access to my most precious possession. It lies within my safe, and the clues to the combination are found in 3 cylinders, each hidden where life and study combine in the Greek world. Each cylinder is numbered, even if, as the celebrated author says, order is the pleasure of reason, but disorder is the delight of the imagination. Indeed, despite my preference for organized chaos, I must admit that reason usually prevails in the end. If by chance a person, or should I say a genius, was to match my intellect and find the combination of the safe, I would ask that they deliver its content into the safekeeping of my friend and colleague, Professor Armitage of Miskatonic University. The content of this safe is not only a vast digest of knowledge, but also a weapon that is far too dangerous for it to fall into the wrong hands. I hope that you'll be able to appreciate the danger that this represents, and that you will act accordingly. In any event, I will neither be there to guide nor to suffer from your actions. Okay. What do we got here?
A strange amulet.
The shape
I have
of
a feeling I'd better not touch it.
A strange amulet. The pen is in the shape of a large dog. I don't know what it represents. I might find out more by searching the bookstore. Okay, now here's the first book of the Anatomy and Dissection. The least that can be said about this book is that its title is well conceived. The illustrations of human anatomy and dissection methods presented are illustrated in great detail. You have to have a strong heart or the detachment proper to doctors to consult its pages. Okay, well. Alchemy. Oh, goodness.
Arkham editions. Never heard of him.
A book of spells supposedly written by legendary King Solomon. It contains various rituals of invocation and rituals of curse. Reedition by Claudia D. Waits based on L.W. de Lawrence's original. This volume is part of the Arkham Anthology, a luxurious collection of treatises and works on esotericism and the supernatural. Well, hold on, let's look back around before I look at all these books. Wait, did I not go in here? Oh, I did. Something to find more books. It says something about cylinders, because there's these things, these pink things that stood out to me previously. Alright, well, anyway.
How many volumes are there in this collection?
Alright, let's see. A book of esoteric philosophy and the key text in Madame Blavatsky's Theosophical Movement, written by Helena Petrovna Blavatsky. This volume is part of the Arkham Anthology Luxurious Collection of Treaties. Okay, we already read the last thing.
Another volume by Arkham Editions.
A book of spells supposedly written by the legendary King Solomon. Did we not read that one already?
Arkham Editions.
A collection of poems by Edward Pickman.
Never heard of him.
Also known as the Nightmare Lyrics. This collection of poems was sensationally received when first published in 1908. Derby was only 18 years old.
How many volumes are there in this collection?
A collection of long-term astrological predictions, written in verse, written by Nostradamus, translated by E. Leone and Theophilus Widebridge.
Another volume by Arkham Editions.
Collection of long-term astrological predictions, written in verse, written by Nostradamus. Wait, did I not?
Arkham Editions. How many volumes are there in this collection?
Opera in 8 acts by Benvenuto Citi, Bro de Guerra, an infamous lyrical work published in Italy in 1768. It is said that the opera was performed only once, resulting in audience riot and left several dead and missing.
Another volume by Arkham Editions.
An ancient Frisian manuscript translated by William R. Sandbach. The text claims that in the distant past, Europe and other continents were controlled by the mothers of this people, and, moreover, that our alphabet is derived from the Frisian language.
Arkham Editions.
A collection of essays.
Never heard of him.
A collection of essays on American folklore and urban legends, written by Albert Wilmarth, professor at Miskatonic University. So I wonder if I need to use that one, because that's talking about...
How many volumes are there in this collection?
Written by Hermes Trismegistus, translated and edited by Nathaniel M. Coppelius. This collection of texts on different beliefs was written by a legendary philosopher. It includes a translation of the Emerald Tablet, a popular text among 16th century alchemists. Okay, so I need 3 numbers. The hint was what? Maybe I should get my inventory. Here we go. Each cylinder is numbered, even if as a celebrated author, order is a pleasure of reason, but disorder is the light of the imagination, indeed. If by chance... The following message is of capital importance. Whoever reads these lines and demonstrates acuity as sharp as mine can hope to gain access to my most precious possession. It lies within my safe. It includes the combination to be found in 3 cylinders, each hidden where life and study combine in the Greek world. Right now it's on 166. I'm curious. I don't know.
Another volume
So
by
that's
Arkham
9.
Editions. Arkham Editions.
7.
How many volumes are there in this collection?
4.
Another volume by Arkham
8.
Editions. Arkham Editions.
Well, let's just count how many there are. 1, 2,
Never
3,
heard of
4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's only 8. Right? Looks like that one should be interactable, but let's see. 1. Yeah, 5 is up here. I can't interact with it. Am I missing something? Whoever reads these lines demonstrates security sharp as mine can hope to gain access to my most precious possession. It lies within my safe, and the clues to the combination are to be found in 3 cylinders, each hidden where life and study combine in the Greek world. The cylinder is numbered, even if, as the celebrated author says, order is the pleasure of reason, but disorder is the light of the imagination. Indeed, despite my preference for organized chaos, I must admit that reason usually prevails in the end. Okay, so it has something to do with life and study combined in the Greek world. Let's see here.
How many volumes are there in this collection?
Has nothing to do with Greek.
Another volume by Arkham Editions. Arkham Editions. Never heard of him. How many volumes are there in this collection?
I'm curious. I really don't know. I feel like I'm missing something. So I feel like this one's going to be one of them, because it's talking about the Miskatonic University.
Arkham Editions. Never heard of him. How many volumes are there in this collection? Another volume by Arkham Editions. Arkham Editions. Never heard of him. How many volumes are there in this collection?
Isis Unveiled. Oh, they have...
Another volume by Arkham Editions.
Azathoth and Other Horrors. Azathoth is one of the Elder Gods.
Arkham Editions.
The Key of
Never
Solomon.
heard of him. How many volumes are there in
Massady
this
Requiem
collection?
per Shuge?
Another volume by
Prophecies.
Arkham Editions.
Aurea Linda.
How many volumes are
Things
there
that
in
should
this
not
collection?
be.
Another volume by
Corpus-
Arkham Editions. Arkham Editions. Never heard of him.
Hermeticum.
How many volumes are there in this collection?
Isis Unveiled. Huh. Yeah, I have no... Oh.
Cylinders that Drake tried to hide.
Okay.
Should
Well, hey.
perhaps listen to them.
Where's this thing at? I know I saw a thingy that I could listen to things with. Shoot, where's his sonogram at? I know I saw one. Or did I? Maybe I'm hallucinating. Sonogram! Oh, there you are. Yeah, the first one.
And these red drops, like precious stones, lie fixed, set in divine gold. To be the guardian of the Grail does not protect me from its attractions, Henry. And I do confess it. I am willing to pay to know its secrets.
Okay.
I finally understood that we were only pieces on the chessboard of the gods. Let those of us who are still standing protect our White Queen from their dark soldiers. I see our number dwindling, and my will strengthens as my apprehension grows. We shall refuse to be the playthings of destiny. Dear friend, I thank you again for the anthology of the works of Arkham editions that you sent me. Volume 9, Azathoth and Other Horrors, seemed particularly relevant to my research. I never tire of browsing through them.
Alright, so I think the last number is 9.
And these red drops, like precious stones, lie fixed, set in divine gold. To be the guardian of the Grail does not protect me from its attractions, Henry. And I do confess it. I am willing to pay to know its secrets. I finally understood that we were only pieces on the chessboard of the gods. Let those of us who are still standing protect our White Queen from their dark soldiers. I see our number dwindling, and my will strengthens as my apprehension grows. We shall refuse to be the playthings of destiny. Dear friend, I thank you again for the anthology of the works of Arkham editions that you sent me. Volume 9, Azathoth and Other Horrors, seemed particularly relevant to my research.
Let's check out Volume 9 again.
Drake talked about a particular volume.
This one. Is there anything I can do about it?
So these are the volumes that Drake was talking about in his message. What did Drake say about this collection?
You can't stop perusing
Drake
it?
talked about a particular volume. So these are the volumes that Drake was talking about in his message.
Yeah, that is what Drake was talking about in his message. But how does that... Oh, okay, that's how I rotate it. Let's put this one on 9. It didn't work. Is it 999? No, that'd be silly. Okay, I don't know. They say the first two might contain important information. Let's try it one more time.
And these red drops, like precious stones, lie fixed,
It's in divine
set
gold.
in divine gold. To be the guardian of the Grail does not protect me from its attractions, Henry. And I do confess it. I am willing
that was-
to pay to know its secrets.
Talking about a grail.
I finally understood that we were only pieces on the chessboard of the gods. Let those of us who are
Chessboard?
still standing protect our White
Queen
Queen
has little
from their
protection.
dark soldiers. I see our number dwindling, and my will strengthens as my apprehension grows. We shall refuse to be the playthings of
Okay,
destiny.
so yeah, it's things around his shop. But what is
Queen has little protection.
which queen? Is it the queen that's surrounded by the 3? Yeah, because you see the queen right there is surrounded by the pawns. And the other queen over there is next to 2 pawns and diagonal from a rook. Let's see. And the first one was something to do with a grail. Oh, oops, I didn't read that one. Oopsies. Where is the grail at? So volume 9. 9 is the third one, so the last number is 9. This one is it 1? Is it supposed to be 1? Or is it supposed to be 3? Oh no. Then what was the second hint?
I finally understood that we
No,
were
sorry, the
only
first hint.
and these red drops, like precious stones, lie fixed, set in divine gold.
Red
To be
drops.
the guardian of the Grail
Oh, yep, that's
does
right
not
here.
protect-
The chalice of knowledge.
This goblet seems to be very ancient. It seems to be made of gold and decorated with real precious stones. Do the rubies and sapphires make up a specific motif? So 1, 2, 3. Was it like 5? 5 rubies?
me from its attractions, Henry. And I do confess it.
Alright, let's check it out.
Willing to pay to know its secrets.
I'm gonna go with 3, 5. Nope, that's not it. Alright, not gonna lie, I don't really know.
The chalice of knowledge.
Do the rubies and sapphires make up a specific motif? Maybe it's 3? 2, 1, 3, 3, 3. So 1, 2. Well, let's start with the crack, I guess. That's why it's there, I'm sure. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 5 rubies. Sapphires. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 8, 9, 10. 10 sapphires. I don't know.
The queen has little protection.
I mean, it could be 1, I guess, for the queen. I think I'm missing something. No, the queen was the second hint. Let's try 5, 1, 9. No. Okay. I'm not gonna lie. I don't really know what I'm supposed to be finding here, or how I'm supposed to figure this out. I know the hints are here.
The queen has little protection.
The queen has little protection. I understand that. And the goblet or
The
chalice is right here.
chalice of knowledge.
He points out, do the rubies and sapphires make up a specific motif? Maybe this is 3? Or maybe it's supposed to have like one
The
for
chalice of knowledge.
3, or maybe 4? Because of the motif itself is it's the 3 gems, right? So let's try. Let's see, 4. All right, fine. All right, this might take a little bit longer than we had originally planned, but that's fine. That's fine.
And these red drops, like precious stones, lie fixed, set in divine gold.
Yeah, he's just talking about the red
To be
drops.
the guardian of the Grail does not protect.
Okay.
I finally understood that we were only pieces on the chessboard of the gods. Let those of us who are still standing protect our White Queen from their dark soldiers.
1, 2, 3,
Our
4.
number dwindling, and my
Got
will
it.
strengthens.
All right. Well, that was easier than I made it out to be.
We shall refuse to be the playthings of destiny.
So let's see. 4 and 5. Oh, was that in the wrong order? 4 and 5. Maybe it's 3 because there's just the 1 left, and then 5. There we go. My bad. That took longer than it should have. I'm sorry, everybody. I just woke up. I had a long day of streaming yesterday. Going on an adventure. In the nameless bookstore, Pierce traced the trail of an attempted burglary. He discovered that Charles Hawkins was behind the attempt. Pierce opened the bookseller's safe to find what the letter in Sarah Hawkins had hidden there. A book covered in human skin lied inside, irresistibly attracted the detective. When he opened it, his mind was projected into another body. The Riverside Institute. Sorry that puzzle took me so long, because as soon as this loads in, I'm probably going to have to call it an episode. This has been about half an hour. So. What's this loading screen? Whew. Taking a little while. Come on, I believe in you. Game saved.
Dr. Colden, this man's condition is deteriorating.
What says Dr. Fuller? It's his patient, after all.
He's busy with Captain Fitzroy. He specifically asked us not to bother him when that's the case.
Oh, of course. I'll see what I can do. Mr. Blake, can you hear me? I'm Dr. Colden. We'll take care of you.
There's nothing we can do. I tried talking to him. He's catatonic.
Well, let's examine it.
Very well. I'll examine him.
Actually, you know what? We'll call the episode here, and in the next one we will we'll continue to examine the patient. Anyway, thanks for watching. Again, sorry it took so long to figure out that puzzle. But yeah, thanks for watching. I hope to see y'all in the next episode.